Good day, everyone. I am Jinjin Bilvanalenes, Group 3, and I'm here to discuss the software. So first, what is software? Software, it is a computer programs that govern the operation of the computer. Meaning, it is instructions that tell a computer what to do. Example, these are Picasa, VLC Media Player, um, Windows Media Player, Windows Movie Maker, etc. It has two main categories. First one is the system software that controls basic computer operations, and then the second one is the application software that allows you to accomplish a specific task.
Good day, sir. I'm Harold A. Sampson, assigned to present the second major category of software. So, let's proceed. The second major category of software is application software. Application software is essentially software that allows the user to accomplish some goal or purpose. The example of application software is if you have to write a paper, you might use the application software program Microsoft Word. If you listen to music, you might use iTunes or Spotify. To surf the web, you might use Internet Explorer, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, or Google Chrome. Even a computer game could be considered as application software. For me, application software is a user-friendly interface that we use when using our computer. I can say that without application software, we can do nothing in our computer. The application software is our friend in the world of technology. Some application software are user-friendly and it makes our job easier. In application software, we have the killer app. A killer application is one that becomes so essential that large numbers of people will buy a device just to run that application. For the personal computer, the killer application was the spreadsheet. In 1979, VisiCalc, the first personal computer spreadsheet package, was introduced. It was an immediate hit and drove sales of the Apple II. It also solidified the value of the personal computer beyond the relatively small circle of the technology geeks. When the IBM PC was released, another spreadsheet program, Lotus 1, 2, 3, was the killer app for business users. The last part of my report is the productivity software. Along with the spreadsheet, several other software applications have become standard tools for the workplace. This application, called productivity software, allows office employees to complete their daily work. Many times, the application come packaged together, such as in Microsoft Office Suite. Here are a list of these applications and their basic functions. Word processing for documents, spreadsheets, presentation. Some Office suites include the types of software. For example, Microsoft Office includes Outlook, its email package, and OneNote, an information gathering collaboration tool. The professional version of Office also include Microsoft Access, a database package. Microsoft popularized the idea of the Office Software Productivity Bundle with the release of Microsoft Office. This package continued to dominate the market, and most businesses expect employees to know how to use this software. However, many competitors to Microsoft Office do exist and are compatible with the file formats used by Microsoft. Recently, Microsoft has begun to offer a web version of their Office suite, similar to Google Drive. This suite allows users to edit and share documents online utilizing cloud computing technology. So here are the Office suites. For Microsoft, we have Microsoft Office. For Apple, we have Apple Works. and the others are OpenOffice and Google Drive. So that's my report. Thank you all for listening and watching.
The enterprise resource planning, sometimes just called enterprise software, was developed to bring an organization in one software application. An ERP system is a software application utilizing a central database that is implemented throughout the entire organization. ERP systems were originally marketed to large corporations. However, as more and more large companies began installing them, ERP vendors began targeting mid-sized and even smaller businesses. Some of the more well-known ERP systems include those from SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft. An ERP is a software application that is used by many of organizations' employees, utilizing a source. What this means practically is that there is only one customer database, central database. All of the users of the ERP edit and save their information from the data. There is only one calculation for revenue. ERP systems include functionality that covers all of the essential components of the business. Further, an organization can purchase modules for its ERP system that match specific needs such as product planning, supply chain management, inventory management, supply interaction, sales force automation, financial account management, and business analytics. An ERP system can bring an organization a good return of their investment. By consolidating information systems across the enterprise and using the software to enforce best practices, most organizations see an overall improvement after implementing an ERP. Customer Relationship Management. A customer relationship management system is a software application designed to manage an organization's customers. Some ERP software systems include CRM modules. An example of a well-known CRM package is Salesforce. Supply chain management. A supply chain management is the linkage between an organization's suppliers, its manufacturing facilities, and the distributors of its product. Most ERP systems include a supply chain management module. Overall, the role of enterprise resource planning is software designed to help companies store, manage, and use data regarding daily and regular processes. ERP keeps track of a wealth of information, including payroll, raw materials, business commitments, purchase orders, and capacity of production.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. I am Arian Leonardo, and the assigned topic for me is the cloud computing. Did you know that cloud computing is on-demand access via internet to computing resources, applications, servers like physical and virtual servers, data storage, development tools, networking capabilities, and more hosted at a remote data center managed by a cloud services provider. In short, clouds refers to application, services, and data storage on the internet. So the examples and activities using cloud computing is the way we use the internet by browsing our social media, uploading videos and photos, sending email, taking a snap, using Instagram, using YouTube, and also as a student we use the Google Drive that are example of storage.
What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage, cloud storage, and computing power, without direct active management by the user. Large clouds often have functions distributed over multiple locations, each location being a data center. Cloud computing relies on sharing of resources to achieve coherence and economic scales. Typically using a pay-as-you-go model which can help in reducing capital expenses but may also lead to unexpected operating expenses for unaware users. And this is the disadvantages of cloud computing. Your information is stored on someone else's computer. How safe is it? You must have internet access to use it. If you do not have access, you're out of luck. You are relying on a third party to provide these services. And that's all.
So let us discuss the advantages of cloud computing. No software to install or upgrades that has access to the internet. Next is available from any computer that has access to the internet. Next is can scale to a large number of users daily. New application can be up and running very quickly. So we can see that it's all about connected when we are using the internet. Like for example, when we want to connect to the internet, we don't need to install any application or any software to install because it is on our phone. That, like in the third example, is can scale to a large number of users daily. Like Facebook, how many users are using Facebook and Google? Other advantages are services can be leased for a limited time on an as-needed basis. Your information is not lost if your hard disk crashes or your computer is not stolen. You are not limited by the available memory or disk space on your computer. So, we can see that through cloud computing, you can store data via cloud. Your information, your data, your files on the hard disk, if you save them on a cloud, they are all safe. Even your drive is crashes or your laptop is stolen.
Open source has origins to the beginning of computer software development, although not called open source at the time. Early software was shared freely among developers and not considered a commercial product. In the 1970s and 80s, the commercial potential of computer software product became evident. Microsoft entered the operating system business in 1980. AT&T began selling a licensed version of Unix in 1982, while Richard Stallman, a programmer at MIT Intelligence Laboratory, became alarmed because by the increasing of commercialization of computer software, in reaction, he launched the GNU Project, a recursive acronym for GNU's, not Unix, in 1983, creating an open-source Unix-like operating system. In 1985, he launched the Free Source Foundation, whose aims is to promote free software, including the political twist mentioned earlier. All free software originally was licensed under a new type of license called copyleft, named to emphasize the difference from the copyright. GNU, a General Public License, GPL, was the first example of copyleft license, giving anyone the freedom to use, modify, and distribute software with the caveat that all modifications must also adhere to the GPL. Hence, all future products become infected by the original license and must remain GPL. The caveat earned copyleft license the designations viral license. The most successful and famous example of free and open source software is Linux, a Unix-like operating system. It was started by Linus Torvalds in 1991 and uses GPL license. Apache web server started in 1995. Apache does not use a GPL license.
They have created a non-viral equivalent that abides by the open source definition. Individuals or firms can commercialize APEC software or combinations of APEC and proprietary software. IBM became actively involved in APEC development in 1998, giving the open source movement significant commercial credibility. Smaller, less well-known open source projects are often hosted on SourceForge.net, the largest open source software developer website. It hosts more than 260,000 open source software projects and has more than 2.7 million registered users as of March of 2011. The primary characteristic of open source are peer review, transparency, reliability, flexibility, lower cost, no vendor lock-in, open collaboration.